Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Furay planet, Tiger Master Weng. Now, this is going to be technically a double review, as we will also be reviewing the Kai Lab set for this. And again, sorry it took me so long. There's been a lot going on in life, and it's kind of all happening at once. So, I'm trying to get around to everything when I can. And I'm going to make a video about that too, where it's like explaining life and being a little real. But yeah, let's jump into Tiger. No, I'm sorry. I keep calling him Tiger Master. It's Blade Master Weng. So yeah, I apologize. Blade Master Weng. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is remove his cloak because it does hinder his articulation, but it looks good as a static piece on him. So let's talk about that. As you can see, I'm going to set the arm down. I'm going to just move him ever so briefly down. And as you can see here, we have our cloak here, which looks really good. I took out the back piece so you can see where you're going to port in some stuff. But overall, I do like the overall look of this. I chose this look because we have our boots on. He does come in package with his tiger feet, so that's something that you'll see here on him. So let's get down to it. Remove the cloak, right? We're going to pop our head off. We're going to take this off. And we'll get back to that when we talk about accessories. Then we're going to pop our head back on, which I'm going to do over in front of me because whenever I try to do that behind me, I always like mess up. So yeah, as you can see here, your boy looks really, really good and really, really solid. If you're wondering about what that is in the background, you'll meet Buttermilk soon enough. But yeah. And I gotta honestly say, here we are with our beautiful figure. We have cloaked, and, well, I won't call cloaked. We have our belt piece. We have our sash, which is plastic, not soft goods. Well, yeah, plastic, not soft goods. And then we have our legs here. I have the feet that are pretty much like shoes. So let's talk about that. Articulation wise, we do have a roundabout joint. There's no butterfly there, but we can hit a T-pose all the same. We have a bicep swivel, and we have a double joint. Now, depending on how you move that double joint, it's going to be whatever. But these gauntlets on his arms are removable. I have pictures already with them. You'll see me remove them later. And we have a beautiful upper torso, right? We also have a lower torso joint here, but it's going to be hindered by our waist area here. So you have to understand, like, even though you'll be able to get really good articulation already from this upper torso part, you'll get even more if you remove his belt here. So keep that in mind. Our head articulation without our extra fur gives you a ton of extra movement. Actually, let me move him down. And you'll see here, you'll actually get a ton of extra movement without the fur. And as you can see, without our gauntlet, we can literally look like a martial artist. Right? Look at that. This is a beautiful, beautiful setup here. Right? Hi, Riley. So one thing, now that he's actually right next to me, I'm going to show you guys somebody. Everybody say hi to Buttermilk, causing all sorts of noises in the background. I'm going to actually... And there's Riley looking for his little brother. Yes. Hi, little buddy. So you'll be able to hear that. But I'm going to move Buttermilk now. Come on, buddy. Time to get down. They're causing all sorts of noises in the background because they're playing with each other 24/7. Now, as far as our leg articulation, there is something I'm going to talk about here that I do like, but I'm very weary of. I'm going to actually pop him apart so you guys can see. So we're going to gently wiggle side to side until we pop our ball joint out. I'm going to keep doing it. There we go. As you can see here, we have our waist area. As you can see, just easily popped off. Now, with our leg area, you have to be careful right here. Now, because of that, you do get a nice double joint. As you can see, it can flow behind right there. But when you are lifting your leg out, you do have to be careful of plastic rubbing right here. It's going to cause breakage if you try to push it in without doing it right, because that will get caught like that. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but you don't want these two to get caught. So what you want to do is be able to gently lift in and lift up. But you can get 90-degree articulation. Ooh, excuse me. And with our boot, as you can see, because we have this articulation here, we can move around even further. There's also generous ankle pivot. Now, I'm going to pop him back on without his belt so you guys can see that extra movement. As you can see, I'm moving it around like this on just our lower torso, but I want to be able to show you guys with it, right? So let's get to it. I'm going to pop this body on, show you guys some stuff. And again, please bear with me as I try to do this without heating up things. And it's kind of cold now, so I'm sorry. I might have to take the time off to do that. But yeah, I thank you for bearing with me. Oh, wait, I think I got it on. All right, I did it without it. You probably heard that plastic squeaking, but yeah. So, as you can see here, you can get some beautiful articulation, like martial arts poses and stances, right? I do like this a lot, especially because if you add like a little sash here, it'll look really beautiful. Now, because of this though, those back parts I showed you about, when you lift up your legs, it may cause some rubbage up against inside. So if you want to be like me, which I will do after this video, I'm actually going to shave that down a bit, so that way it gives it some extra articulation. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to do it. If anybody needs help, please somebody email me and run me, and hopefully I can make a video about it. Hopefully I remember. But even without his belt, I love the absolute look of this figure. But again, because of how it crosses over in certain parts here, you do want to be wary and very careful. I just love how this guy can just really pose up no matter what, and it just looks good. Right? This is also, you can take that out, and that's going to be for our other accessories, which honestly, I think now is a good time to get started on accessories. So I want to talk about that. I'll see you guys in a sec. So now we're going to talk about accessories. This is where it gets a little tricky for me, trying to find like, you know, the right space and things like that. Now that we've talked about articulation. Now, what's crazy is I really like all that it comes with because you have a bunch of options. So having just one of this guy just honestly isn't enough. Also, I want to note that mine's came with paint rub out the gate. That wasn't caused by me, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to cause more of it the more I play with this. But that one came on there out of the gate. We have our belt piece, which you saw earlier. Now, the cool thing about the best piece, the belt piece is you'll see these latches and these pieces here, right? And that's because if you want, you can attach your sand gourd. There I go thinking of Gara. We can attach our gourd for alcohol. The top is removable, but I don't really have nails. But as you can see, it is removable. So you have your gourd. So that means even if I wanted to do like this, my gourd can attach here at the side. We also have our smoke pipe. There's also placement for the smoke pipe. And so you can actually like slide it through here if you want. But let's say you don't want to leave it there. I would suggest you actually do leave it there. But that's the place for your pipe when you want to place it here on your belt. So you actually have some really cool placement. I was going to say recommend someplace else, but that wasn't a very good spot. So we're going to leave that there, right? Previously, we talked about our cloak. I do love this cloak very much. There is a tab piece that you align to plug in to line up with if you just want the cloak on. I'm not going to push it all the way in because I'm going to need this to show off this piece. One of the really cool things you can do is show off his case that carries his weapons. This is a beautiful, beautiful case. Let's actually make it horizontal and not vertical. Yes, Riley. And we actually can open this up. We have two beautiful sword weapons, and that's why it's called Blade Master Weng. The blades are removable. Hi, Riley. So Riley's looking for attention, or his brother, but preferably not me. Ever since his little brother came, he has been ignoring the hell out of me. And that's good, because he needed that. So I'm going to try to take this out. I'm going to have to do it off screen. Right? Oop. Almost hurt myself. These are kind of sharp. Right? As you can see here. Riley, come to daddy. Sorry, I don't want to ignore him. But here we are with our beautiful bladed weapons. Now, what's really cool about the case is, and this is why I wanted to leave this open, through the tab here, there's an opening on the back of the case for storage and carrying. So I'm going to have to heat this up again because it got a little cold here in New York. But we can actually swing the tab down, right, to slide through and plug in, so that way he can carry his weapon set, which is pretty cool. That's why I really like that option. So that's pretty cool to me. Also, we will get, as you'll see in some of my photos, we will get an extra set of feet. Now, I'm going to say this out loud, and I'm going to be very serious. When you are swapping these around, please make sure you heat up your figure. Yes, Riley. I used boiling water. And with that being said, I highly recommend you soak it in there, let it get soft, and then you pop it out by wiggling out. Please do not just rip it out, because trust me, you will come to regret that choice. Then we will get our tail. And the tail started off on it. We could just wiggle that around till it flows in. So now we have our tail lined up as well. I also use that for balancing, which I'm pretty happy about. Then we will get our hat. The hat is pretty cool as well. To get this on, it actually sits perfectly fine where it lines up at. I just usually take this off. Just sit it on his head. And then we just plug our top back in. Don't tell me, I don't know why I take off the top. It's kind of like a weird habit. But I do it for like a weird safety precaution. But as you can see here, you could be looking really cool, like drunken swordsman style. You also get an alternative head. This is our non-grit teeth style, our normal head. It's pretty beautiful. The top comes off on this one as well. You will get extra fur collar, which I talked about earlier. This will hinder some of your articulation, but it's a nice filler to let you know about what's going on. You'll also get, and I'm not going to take these out because I've actually lost one of the kunai ones. Let's get some focus on it. We have roped kunai, an extra bag there. I really do like the idea of this. It is wired just a little bit. Actually, let me try to take one out. I hope I don't lose the kunai again. See, I'm all fearful of losing things because it's kind of what kept me up from doing a review. I'm like, if I lose this, I'm going to kill myself. Not literally. Please don't take that very literal. So we have a regular rope. It's not wired. I'm wrong. I was thinking about something else. So it's not wired. But you do get rope to show off your martial arts skill. And you can attach it to the kunai. Am I good at tying it? No. That is the honest truth. I'm not. And then we get a slew of hands. So we will get our sword holding hands. Very important to be a blade master with, right? These are on vertical joints, not horizontal ones. So you can get your sword mastering on. You will get an open palm hand. This is on a horizontal joint. You can also use it as a chopping or a palms hand. You will get two closed fists on horizontal joints. I'm coming, buddy, I promise. Give me 1 sec, y'all. I'm going to try to finish this out before I get into the Kai Lab set. And then we have the Shinobi fingers. Looking really, really solid. There's a slight opening, so that way when you want to put the piping in the hand, let's actually take that off the belt. This actually fits in there very perfectly. All right. Voila. There you have it. So that covers all the accessories that come with the figure. And now we're going to go over the Kai Lab set. So let's get to it. Let's talk about our Kai Lab set. We will get a shirt and cloak combo. Here's our shirt. And here is our cloak. Don't worry, it's not over. I'm clearly going to talk about more. I had to make sure Riley was okay because he was looking for his little brother. He can fit into little crevices, and that set him off. Ever since the passing of Ichigo, he has been a very concerned kitty. And, yeah. So sorry to worry y'all. He was very concerned for his little brother. I'm actually going to pop out these arms and the torso so we can pop it on Blade Master Weng. So give me a second as you hear me popping them off in the background. We're going to talk about it. So here we are with our torso. I'm actually going to pop this back in. I had to pop the arms and the torso off, right? I'm going to pop these in. And I really should have thought this through and taken off the gauntlet so we can see the look of the arms without the gauntlet, but it's too late now, right? You have to just wait and see it in the photos, right? And honestly, even if I made him like a one-armed swordsman, this would be dope as hell. I actually have to move this around ever so gently to make sure it covers the bottom of the torso. And that's my problem here. Can't get it to that bottom torso. There we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover it up with some pants movement. I ain't gonna lie, this is like high key crazy to me because Kai knew how to make this set look good even before it came out, and that's just wild to me. Because Kai is just, I don't know, Kai is just kind of a genius at what he does. I'm not sure if he's working with Furay or not, or just doing it after it comes out, but man, he is very good. But yeah, I'm gonna pop this set on off screen. I don't know if you guys can hear me fiddling around, but I want to make sure it looks good for you guys to see it. I do like the one-armed swordsman idea now, though. I like he lost an arm and now. So for the record, this is what I'm. Oh, okay. So here's with the torso, which I'm going to try to put back on now. But I was flirting around with the idea of a one-armed swordsman, and I was like, this looks really cool, like this. So I wanted to show that to you guys. But so far, it's actually still looking really solid with no belt. So I'm going to pop the other arm in, and then we're going to talk about our cloak. So thank you for your patience as I show this off, because I want to make sure that people get their shine. One of the things I'm going to talk about in another video is that it's getting increasingly difficult to make sure I do videos for everything. And because YouTube doesn't pay very well, so it's getting increasingly difficult to take the time off of work to do videos for everything, especially what everyone's requesting from me. But I'm really trying my best, so I'm asking that people please be patient in this time where it's not easy to get anything done. It's really hard. So, but I'm trying, and that's like the goal here is to keep trying. We can't always be perfect, but we can strive to be closer to that, and that's what I'm aiming for. I'm actually popping the cloak on now, so we can get some real cool like look at it. And because I'm struggling behind the scenes, I'm actually not going to pop the legs on because I'm really struggling to try to get that done at this time. But I am going to show you what the cloaks looks like this. And honestly, I am 100% here for this. I'm probably going to do a ton of photos with this on, and it's completely wired. Look at that. So now I'm a Babadook Green Moose. This completely changes around the figure for me, and a bunch of new configurations come to mind. So I really love the idea of this. I'm going to try to keep this on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up the torso so I can pop that in properly, that I can get you a proper size comparison, because I would love to do that. So in that case, I'm going to see you guys in a sec. Alright, onward to the size comparison. I'm going to back up just a tad bit. There we go. And this is a tall boy, so I'm going to try to hurry up and get this done, because I have a kitten to take care of. I hate to keep mentioning that, but he is loud, and he is orange cat energy. So yeah. First thing I want to do is compare to other Furay Planet stuff. So here we are, right, with our main man, Veteran William. I have him in full werewolf mode still from the review with Solomon Kane, but still the same height. And as you can see, these two big boys are riding it out. Gonna just put those feet flat so you can see that our Weng is slightly taller than Veteran William. So our Blade Master has it there, right? I said Weng, right? Here we are with Crocker. He is also a big boy. I gotta move that tail around, but as you can see, he's hunched over. Continues to be hunched over. So in terms of height, you can see where he kind of leaves off, like right here, right? And he's a very wide boy, so I didn't have the setup for that. Then when you compare to other stuff, here we are, right? With a Mythic Legions Ogre scale. so you can get a comparison. And as you can see, he's pretty much up there with the ogres, looking really solid. And then we compare to a normal legions. Here's a Zalarian guard. So you can see just with legions how he stacks out. He's a big boy. I have the Memories Toys Orc here. Ooh. So we can get challenged with it. So here's our Memory Toys Orc. As you can see, our Blade Master really does have it in pretty well. All right. Here we are with some other figures. So here we go with a Lightning Collection Lightspeed Blue Ranger. Here we are with Boyka from 6" Plus. He's going to be my stand-in for Mezco stuff right now until I can get some Mezcos. I don't want to move my Ichigo for obvious reasons. Right? But I will get some Mezco in there in the photos later. Here we are with a Marvel Legends Daredevil. And here we are with a Valaverse 6" rollout. Next up, ooh, this one's a good one because I just got this in. Here we are with the NECA Feral Predator. Then here we are with a G.I. Joe Kamakura. What do we have next? SH Figuarts. We want to do some SHF. Here we are with the SH Figuarts Shin Kamen Rider. Right. What else can we do? I think we've done most stuff, right? And I said I would get a Mezco in there later. But here we are with Mafex as well. This Spider-Man has a custom sculpt from Spider Machine. And yeah, I think that about rounds it out. Ooh, you know what? Here's an AX Toys Dino. It's the smaller one because the bigger dino is like really, really big. So here's the AX Battlefield Dinosaur. Even he's small compared to Blade Master. So yeah, overall I really like this, and the Kai Lab set definitely adds some new ideas to what I got going on. Gives me some real Kung Fu Panda vibes. Like on a serious scale though. Like, so the Fury Planet stuff has been very intriguing because it's definitely one of those things where they're pretty much just reimagining the things that they want, and I like the idea of that. It doesn't just sit on one idea, it sits on a bunch of different ones. So I'm really hoping that we continue to get cool things like this. I think one of my major gripes is going to be the plastic tolerances. It's tough for me, especially now with the weather changing from extremely hot to extremely cool. So I gotta be careful swapping out joints. And I know that's going to be an issue for some other people as we literally go from autumn to winter soon. So we all need to be careful. By the way, the gauntlets are removable. You're going to just remove the hands and then slide our gauntlets off. Same with our 3 gold rings. I had a lot of fun replacing those with the swapping of stuff when I did the photos. So I do hope you guys enjoy it because I do have to do new photos now that I have the set in. Overall, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for all of the new people who have joined in. Thank you for all the people who have been here for a long time. It does mean a lot that you sit down and you watch my videos. So as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.